Hi guys, it's really quite early here this morning, but I thought I would do this video to say good morning to you guys and to sort of make sure that I do actually get one out there today, because like I said last night, my day is really busy. Um, I want to talk to you today about that good enough, um, and the different type of thinking that will create different things for people. So the worse than thinking and the better than thinking. And you can put people's experiences in all those different categories. If I focus on the worse than thinking first, so the people who have that worse than thinking mentality, so they believe they are worse than somebody else, and they will either go into this wallowing pity of bubble of, oh me, my life is so shitty, my life is so crap, I've been through this and I've been through that, and why me, why me, why not you? You know, why do you believe that you were worse than somebody else, and because of you were thinking of being worse than somebody else, that you were having those experiences because you got this worse than thinking? You know, it's always me, oh woe me, my life is so shitty. Why not you? Why not you? You're not different to the next person. And if I sort of come at it from an aggressive point of view, because that's the passive side of the woe me, worse than thinking. If I come from it from an aggressive aspect, sort of thinking about all the prison leavers that I've worked with and the society's rejects, as society likes to term them and put a label on them, they come from the oh woe is me mentality, the worse than thinking, by becoming quite aggressive, and they sort of engage in behaviours that will give them that negative attention, because that attention is attention whether it's negative or positive. But both people come from the worse than mentality. You are not any worse than anybody else on the planet. You're not. Your thinking makes you so. What you think is what you actually create in your world. So if I think of situations where I've sort of worked with prison leavers, I've sort of worked with society's rejects, the worst of the worst, as some would actually say, which really does annoy me and triggers a, a reaction in me, because every single one of them, regardless of what they've done in life, is still worth something. They still have something to offer the world, even whatever it is within them, they still have something to offer the world. That core of them is beautiful, that core of them is wonderful, but because they have come from this worse than thinking, they've driven their car to the worst than mentality, to the places of becoming quite aggressive, quite angry, and engaging in criminal activities. And every one of us can reach that place. Every one of us can do something like that. We really can. Even if you think you never can, you'll never do anything like that. I'm telling you, you can. And you will put that aspect in yourself. So I could sit here now and I could say, right, I know all this stuff because I've worked with sort of prison leavers, society's rejects. And I hate saying that, but I know that that will connect with a lot of you, because a lot of people out there have that mentality. Criminals are because, but they're not. They are good enough. They are wonderful people. And when you get to meet and know and understand the way they come from life, you'll see that. But they just put in an aggressive slant on the worse than thinking, so they engage in criminal activities. So if I think of it, I could sit here now, like I said, talking to you about the whole. I've worked with lots of different people that come from the authority prison system. So I know what I'm talking about here. No, I'm no better than the next person. I can give you my experiences. I can talk from my experiences. I can talk from my place of good enough, and I don't want anyone out there to think that I know more because I have worked in this academic field and I have done all these stuff and I've worked with all these sort of people who are seen to be bad, who are really not bad. I love every one of you. I really do, Some of the behaviours I dislike, but it doesn't mean I dislike you. Some of the behaviours I see as being really bad, but it doesn't mean I don't like you. Inside you is that wonderful core, that wonderful, amazing, good enough place, So I don't want people to think that because of my academia, because of my background, that I am all-knowing. You are all-knowing. You are all-knowing. You just need to tap into that. Or I could sit here and I could say, right, okay, I worked in bereavement for almost 13 years. And in the hierarchical structure, I went from just being a support worker in that environment to being an assessment officer to being management, you know, and training people to actually work in the bereavement field. And a lot of that bereavement stuff is still from the worse than mentality. Oh, woe is me. But they come at it from a very passive way of thinking. So where you've got that aggressive sort of look and view on life, so they'll go out and sort of commit crimes and do things because they want that attention. The wallowing bubble of pity in the, oh, woe is me, my life is this because, why is it always me? Why does it always happen to me? It doesn't always happen to you. You just think it does. It happens to every single other person, you know? And I remember actually saying that to a very distraught young lady who had had a lot of bereavement. And she just could not shift. No matter what techniques I put into the therapy that I was giving her, she just was stuck. And it came to my attention that she was happy being stuck in that wallowing bubble, you know? And it was actually those words that I said to her when she said to me, why me, in her absolute emotional state of devastation. And I actually said those words, why not? The look on her face was absolutely, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why me? And she just didn't know what to do with it. And it took 2 more sessions before she actually got what I was trying to say to her. You know, she was no more special. She wasn't special because it was the oh, woe me. The oh, woe me. She was attracting the stuff that would give out the oh, woe me. Even though I was there for the bereavement, there was a lot of other stuff that was going on for this lady. But again, I don't want anyone out there to sort of watch these videos and think, she knows what she's doing because she's done all this, she's done all that. Yes, I'm a professional in my field, but that doesn't make me any better than any single one of you out there. I am no better than any single one of you out there. So that worse than thinking can have 2 offshoots to the way that people will behave, and that can come under the umbrella of passive and aggressive reactions. Right, so now I'm going to talk to you about the better than thinking. Right, the people that are up there and think that they are better than anybody else. You know, the people who have the mentality that I am the great I am. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you're not all that. You know, you are not better than me. You are not better than any single one of the criminals or society rejects, as people term them. You're not. Your thinking makes you think that you're better, but even in that being a better place, it doesn't make you a nice person. It doesn't make you a better person, you know, because you need to address the whole better than. What is it within that better than, you know, do you get that sense of being good enough? You know, so I want to ask you about that. And I suppose in my professional sort of social life, I've sort of met a number of people who have that more than better than thinking. And I could go on to all the sort of people out there that have, you know, in the public eye, that have that mentality. I'm better than because. You ain't. You know? You are no better than the next person. You are not. You know? No matter how you actually think about this, you are no better. Your thinking just makes you so. And it's in that thinking that you are better than somebody else, it's making you not a very nice person. Or your behaviour. Sorry, I'm not going to say the whole of you, but that aspect of you is not nice. You know, it really isn't nice. Because you put yourself above everybody else and you look down at everybody else. You know? You're nothing special. Get off that, you know, pedestal that you put yourself on before your life knocks you off it. And it will. It really, really, truly will. So the better than thinking, again, you know, you can come out at it from another angle with somebody who, again, I can't stop saying this enough. You can be professional in your field. You can have a real understanding of certain aspects that you have learned through life. You know, and you can ground yourself in your learning to become more understanding of that aspect of life. Yes, you can. And that is brilliant because you work from your passion. Oh, these blooming reminders. Okay, thank you for that. the whole, I said, I've lost my thread again now because I've gone into what as a reminder for work, with something I got to do later. But I've totally lost my thread now. I've gone into the working side of things. Right, okay. The thinking can be good and can be bad, okay? But even in you thinking good or bad, you need to look at that vibrational energy. How much energy are you putting into the fact that you think you are better than? Because you ain't, you know? You know, if you think of someone really up there that's, okay, let's think of the monocle, that's the thing that you put on your eye. The monarchy system, you know? Our queen, you know? God save our queen. I always remember my auntie believing, you know, because it was said years ago that, you know, the Queen had blue blood, you know, and she truly believed until she was really quite into her sort of late 20s, 30s that the Queen did have blue blood, you know. As beautiful and as wonderful as the Queen is, you know, she still needs to go to the toilet, she still needs to eat, she still needs to have all the basic needs met. So she still comes from this good enough place. Okay, I could throw politics into it, and everyone that's up there and lords it up there, you know. And these conversations are probably going to be quite controversial. So I know that I'm probably going to get a lot of reactions from people today, and I'm ready for that. But then I might not put up this video up until later on tonight. But I want you to think, you know, from the I am, you know, I am that I am. You know, and I've just realised that actually comes from the Bible. Now, I don't want anybody out there thinking, okay, she must be Christian, so it's good to listen to her now because she's a Christian. I'm not a Christian, you know, but that is something that actually is in the Bible. I am that. I am. And I think, I'm not going to go into all that because I'll sound as if I'm religious, and I'm not religious. But it's really important. You know, that could have come from anything. And as I'm doing all this other stuff will come up. Because like I've said, I've tested waters. I've put my toe in this bit, I've put my toe in this bit, I've put my toe in this bit. And I've tried this little bit by ear, you know. And that integration of everything has made me who I am. And I am amazing. The core of Vicky is amazing. And that's what I want you to look at. I don't want you to think for a second that you have to find an outside source. Because when you work from this good enough place, when you see this good enough place, everything will fall into place. Every single thing will fall into place. And it won't matter because you won't see somebody as being higher than you because they ain't. And you will be more compassionate to, you know, sort of that person down there. A little bit more compassionate. But it won't make them worse than you. It won't make them worse than you. So even though you choose your journey. You choose the car that you are going to drive. You know, you are the car. You put yourself in situations whether you like it or not. You create your own life experiences, and how you come at it is how you actually handle it and what you're going to do with it and where you come from here. But I'm going to tell you now, there is nobody in life that is better than. There is nobody in life that is worse than. Yes, they experience negative situations and bad aspects and bad shitty crappy life experiences, you know. But it's not about, oh, woe me, why not you? Why not you? And then you've got the other side of the coin, the worse than thinking, you know, I am better. No, sorry, you're not. You are not better than any other human being, regardless of culture, colour of skin, regardless of sexuality, regardless of age, regardless of any diversity that you can think of. You are no better and you are no worse. You are you. And the core of you is amazing. Oh, it is wonderful. And when you come from that good enough place, you balance. The whole thing will balance. So I want you to think today, I am what? I am what? What are you? Okay, I am. So I want you to think about that today. And even if you go to bed tonight, I am. See what you put on it. See what you actually put on it. Okay, the word that comes out when you say I am. What happens then? Right, okay, I am going to shift now because I've got a really, really busy day today. I've got 101 things to do. Thank you for those 101 things that I'm going to experience, good or bad. It's going to be an interesting day. So I want to say you all are amazing. Every single one of you is beautiful at the core of you. You are absolutely amazing, wonderful, and absolutely stunning. And I love you for who you are, warts and all. Right, okay.